As we count down for the Komen Global Race for a Cure, there's a new study out that finds that breast cancer patients who have a strong social support system in their first year after diagnosis are less likely to die from cancer or have a recurrence.
And Patrick would say amen to that. She credits her sisters and faith in God for making a difference in her survival. But some studies suggest her chosen profession may have put her at greater risk for breast cancer.
My family is wonderful support.
When Ann Patrick talks about her sisters, she means the 5 other Patrick girls. But she also means these women, her faith sisters of the holy names of Jesus and Mary.
I entered the religious life in 1958, right after high school, and I professed my first vows in August of 1960, when I was 19 years old.
Last year, in front of her Patrick family and sisters from her community, Ann celebrated her golden jubilee as a nun.
When someone is celebrating 50 years of anniversary, you can only be happy that you're together and still alive.
The William H. Laird Professor of Religion, Ann Patrick.
Ann, a theologian and retired professor at Carleton College in Minnesota, didn't expect to be alive to see that day after a shocking stage 4 breast cancer diagnosis in 2002.
There were never any breast symptoms. I had had a dozen years of mammograms without any callbacks.
Regular self-checks never detected a lump in the breast because it was under her arm, and she didn't know to check there. And there were no known risk factors for breast cancer. But Sister Ann did question whether being childless played a role in her diagnosis.
It used to be said at age 30, or not having had a pregnancy at all increases one's risk.
But a more likely factor, says Dr. Bob Warren, is that Sister Ann was on hormone replacement therapy for a number of years.
Most of the studies that have looked at least 10 years and more of continuous use of hormone replacement therapy have been associated with an increased risk of developing breast cancer.
Though she'll be on chemo for the rest of her life, Sister Ann credits medical research with keeping her alive and able to fulfill her gospel mission as a theologian, author, educator.
And it's a wonderful feeling to be given the medical support to allow me to continue to do some of the work that I love to do. Sister Ann is very proud of her latest book. It's called Women, Conscience, and the Creative Process. She's making an impact. Now it's your turn to make an impact in the fight against breast cancer. Join Buddy Check 9 at the Komen Global Race for the Cure June 4th on the National Mall. To join Team Buddy Check or make a donation, click on Features, then Buddy Check at WUSA9.com.